guys. I'm in the... Steady so far, that's good. I like that. Because that optimization did work. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in, and today we are getting close to the end of 2021, and with that being said, this is my final stream of the year in 2021. So I was thinking about doing, like, dropping the ball on Animal Crossing, but I'm thinking I might have other plans instead. So I apologize to those who have said that I was planning on doing an Animal Crossing New Year's Eve. But I am thinking about my next big stream plan. I'm actually thinking about in 1 week. I will talk to you guys more about that. So before we get going on this video, here's where you guys can find this video and all of my others on my platforms: on Twitter at WillYork_23, Twitch Texito28, and YouTube Will York. You guys can also add me as a friend on the Nintendo Switch console. And that text logo in the middle will guide you on your way to Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. That logo is also where you can find me on Discord. You guys are more than welcome to come join Discord. And I'm also streaming on Facebook through Nintendo Switch fans of Pittsburgh and Joplin. And I'm also on Xbox and PlayStation 4. So feel free to hit me up on those as well. On Xbox as RaptorChamp27 and PlayStation 4 as Texito25. So we're going to talk about a lot of the interesting things that have happened this year for 2021, and then I will go into my top 5 that I'm looking forward to in 2022. So gosh, where do I even begin with for 2021? A lot of big things happened in 2021. Of course, we got the vaccines out for COVID-19. I got both my shots. I'm like, you probably would, if you guys were to ask me if I was to consider that, and because, in a heartbeat, I answer is yes, I would get the shot. Right in an instant, in a heartbeat, no thinking. I mean, just based off everything that we've covered, everything that was covered in 2020 and into 2021, there was no hesitation. My reason for getting the vaccine, I've lost a co-worker to COVID over a year ago, and just everything that I've heard about, it's just, there was just no hard decision to make on getting the COVID shot. So I got the 2 vaccines, and I also got the booster a couple of weeks ago too. So no question about that. trying to think what else I was going to say. What else was I going to say? So if you guys have not gotten the shot yet, please do. I mean, this is something that should not be taken lightly. It is something that can affect, and it will affect lives, whether it affects you or your family or loved ones. Like last year I had to do a Christmas with my grandma, but she required that all of us wear masks because she's 80 years old and she's had some health issues. Not major, just small ones. But anyway, we didn't have to do that this year for Christmas because everybody got vaccines. So that's pretty good. So anyway, what was I trying to say? My reason that you guys should get the vaccine, okay? This is a disease. A disease does not discriminate, okay? We can go about and discriminate and look upon others with, with not good intentions and just say not so good things about people, but a disease does not discriminate. Diseases do not care what religion you are, what your gender is, what your race is, or political standpoint. Disease does not discriminate. The disease has one job and one job only, and that is to make you sick. And if you get sick, the disease is going to win. And if you get sick and you don't live, the disease is still going to win. So, honestly, disease does not discriminate. So, that's my big reason why I believe everyone should get the vaccine. That, and the sooner you get it, you get the vaccine. This is a pinch. Yes, your arm's going to get sore. Yes, you might get some side effects, but you know what? It's going to be worth it at the end. Because once we get a lot of the people vaccinated, and, we see a lot of positive things, then the world can come back to normal. Doesn't everybody want to return back to the way things used to be? Or do you guys want to stay stuck where you are, stay comfortable? And it all matters to only one person, and that person is you. Whether you get the vaccine or not, it's up to you. But I'm not going to judge you if you get your vaccine or not. So anyway, that's like the big headline for 2021 is, of course, the vaccines. And that is my dollar worth, why my favor for them. Trying to think what else in 2021 I should talk about real quick. Let's see. Tough to decide. A lot of good things happened with video game news. Of course, we got the all sorts of stuff. E3 returned this year after taking a 1-year break last year due to COVID. E3 was pretty good this year. Well, for a lot of good companies. A lot of good stuff was announced. Nintendo's E3, I thought it was okay. But a lot of good stuff was happening. So, and also, a lot more stuff is yet to come in 2022. We got the OLED model for Switch came out. And I was able to unbox that and get that on. So, I was really excited about that. I'm like, that's probably my top gaming moment of 2021 is unboxing the OLED model. So, I was really excited about that. And I got a couple of co-workers who actually paid off my remaining balance. So, that was big for them. And I thank them for doing that for me. Trying to think what else for 2021. Let's see. Oh, yes. I went to my first ever big convention, and this was at Kansas City, which is about a 2-hour drive from home. Had a really fun time. Really, really good time with this big convention. Got to meet some incredible people, mostly voice actors and actresses from from One Piece, my favorite anime. So, I got to enjoy that. That was really cool, really fun. And am I planning on going next year? The answer is yes. I am thinking about going next year. There's also there's another Expo convention taking place in February. It's in a small local area, but I'm actually going to go to that one as well. So I can't wait to can't wait for that. I also went to my first baseball game in, I believe it was in over 5 years. It had been 5 long years since I last went to a baseball game. Went to a Royals game. Of course, they're not good, but I got to go and enjoy it. A lot of fun time. It was a good time. I got a bad sunburn though. I got bad sunburn on the legs, but I just took the overall experience, and I'm actually thinking about going to another game next year. So, yeah. So I got to be exciting and all of that. Trying to think what else. I mean, we got a lot of good moments, a lot of not so good moments. Of course, one of those not so good moments was passing of a family member. It was the patriarch in my family. It was my grandpa, but you know what? I'm doing okay. I'm fine. It's been about a couple of months, so but the family's hanging in there. We're strong. I can tell you one thing: we are strong, and that the legacy will continue to live on. So everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be okay. The only thing you can do now is to go forward. I'm just making the gesture forward. I'm like, nope, that's my right. I need to forward this way to you guys. So, a lot of good stuff for 2021, and again, also not some good stuff, but that's okay. You know what? We got 2022 to look forward to. So that is why I am going to pop up this nice little graphic and kind of go over my top 5 things that I'm looking forward to in 2022. So, number 1 on my list, and this is, for me, an easy given, that is Jurassic World Dominion. It comes out June 10, 2022. It was supposed to come out this year, but COVID, of course, has played a role in the movie. But, I'm really excited about this movie. There was a 5.5 minute long prologue trailer. Came out the week of Thanksgiving. I watched it a couple of times. It looks great. It looks awesome. They've also been releasing official stills from the movie. 2 of those introduced new dinosaurs. There's Xenosaurus and Atrociraptor. I've never heard of the Atrociraptor, but I'm looking forward to this movie. I mean, from what I've heard, this could be like what Avengers Endgame is, only in Jurassic Park. You got the original cast from the first Jurassic Park coming back. Laura Dern, Sam Neill, and Jeff Goldblum. They're all coming back, as well as the current cast in Jurassic World. Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. Think of it as Avengers Endgame for Jurassic Park. And I've been a big fan for a couple of years. I've been so excited about this. So I'm really happy about Jurassic World Dominion. So, number 2 on my list. This is probably my biggest game one for 2022. And that is Fall Guys on Nintendo Switch. Of course, we got the announcement back in the February Direct of this year that Fall Guys was going to come to Switch on summer 2021. You know, barring any COVID stuff. But then we got an announcement in April from Mediatonic saying that it has been delayed, along with the Xbox version. So we waited and waited. We never heard anything new. Heard nothing new. And then in November, about a month ago, they released Season 6 of Fall Guys, and they provided an update saying that Fall Guys for Switch and Xbox will be delayed, but there will be more information in 2022. So I'm hoping that in 2022 we get more information and hopefully a release. So if I had to predict when Fall Guys will come to Switch, I would probably say, I'd say about summer 2022. If you really want to push it, go fall or winter, but I think summer might be a good time. I mean, But they also did say in that update that it is in active development, so they're working on it. So, that they're working on both Switch and Xbox versions, and again, they're doing this to the best of their ability, and that's the thing with video games, and especially in a time like COVID, expect delays. The best thing to do is to wait and keep having hope. So, and of course, when Fall Guys does come on Nintendo Switch, I'll be playing it here on the channel for you guys. So can't wait to see how that's going to be and how interesting that's going to be. So, number 3 on my list, of course, Nintendo Switch games. And as we go into 2022, next year marks the 5th anniversary of the Switch's release. And we got a lot of big games lined up for Nintendo Switch in 2022. We got Splatoon 3, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, sequel to Breath of the Wild, Bayonetta 3, Project Triangle Strategy, it's just called Triangle Strategy now, but a lot of great games and a lot of cool stuff is coming to Switch in 2022. There's been rumors about Assassin's Creed, the Ezio collection coming to Switch. I also saw something about Red Dead Redemption and Bully coming to Switch from Rockstar, which I think that should be a really good idea, because Rockstar had been lacking games on Switch until they ported the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Definitive Edition, which, that's good. I'm like, if there's one thing the Switch was lacking, it's games from Rockstar. And Bully on the Switch, it seems like a perfect candidate. Great game, which it's really fun on the Xbox too. I played a lot of it on the Xbox. But I got one big plan involving Xbox and PlayStation I'll tell you guys about in a little bit. So, yeah, a lot of Nintendo Switch games. Of course, we'll probably get a Direct either in January or February. I'm leaning towards February, because mostly that's where we were last year. But I'll talk about that a lot more in another stream. We'll probably get E3 again, Game Awards, Summer Games Fest, and probably a fall Nintendo Direct. And also Indie Worlds. Also looking forward to a lot of good stuff. So, I'd say 2022 is looking to be a pretty good year for Switch games. But we'll find out more when we find out more. Number 4, we're streaming more content. Yes. Alright. So, of course, I jumped into the streaming stuff back in, I believe, March is when I started popping into the stream. Started out small, really small, didn't have good internet and all that. Then I made some investments. I bought a laptop, which has a better processor, got software that's free and simple to use, and made some little upgrades to internet. Well, still working on the internet part. But, I got a lot of big stuff I will announce right here on the stream. So, things I'm looking forward to in 2022. I am wanting to expand upon Nintendo Switch. As much as I love playing Switch games, I'm thinking I might expand and play some more Xbox and PlayStation 4 games. So that's one of my big goals, is to kind of expand into Xbox and PlayStation 4s, play some of those. Then we'll do some more video game news, reactions. One big thing I'm really considering, and I'll just pop right back up here for a second. I'm considering actually recording a lot more videos. I don't get a whole lot of views on live streams, but I do get a lot more views on reaction or on recorded videos. So yeah, I might consider actually doing a slightly more recording as compared to live stream, but I'll still do live streaming. We'll see what happens for that. And then, let's see. I want to try to make the Smash Bros. Amiibo tournaments. Of course, I saw the one a couple weeks ago. I'm considering doing that at least once a month. We'll take 3 days of stream, an Amiibo tournament, the qualifying round, the first round, and then second round to completion. So we'll do that for 3. So we'll do that for a month. We'll crown at least one, try to crown a champion a month, and then of course continue to build an integrated community base. So what basically on that, and I'm planning to do, this is what I got. I use a streaming service called Restream, and that allows me to stream on numerous platforms at the same time. So no matter what channel you're watching on, whether you're watching on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. Hang on, there was something I was missing. I know what I was missing. That guy. Missing the raptor. I was looking, I'm like, what am I missing? Anyway, my goal for this integrated system is that, and if you guys do the chat, you know, you guys are more than welcome. You guys can chat on whatever platform you're watching. And I'll be there to chat alongside with you guys. So, I mean, of course, I'll give you guys shout outs on your platforms and everything. But yeah. So, I really want to try to build an integrated community where everybody is welcome. Where everybody is welcome to come in and have fun. Again, I don't get a lot of viewers on the channels, but that's okay. I do this because it's fun. So, so that is part of my streaming video plans. And then, another big one. I've enjoyed making a lot of mock trailers for Nintendo Switch games. I'll pop that back on camera for a second. So, yeah, I've enjoyed a lot of making Nintendo Switch mock trailers. I've made stuff for Avengers, the Avengers game, Bully, Far Cry Primal, a lot of mock trailers, and that's actually gotten me a lot of views on the internet. I mean, it's just the hope that someday it could become a reality, and I do these mock trailers. And if you guys don't know what the word mock means, it means fake. It's just another fancy word for fake. So these are not real trailers, but they're kind of fun to do. And I make sure I include that in my title, that they're mock trailers. It's not a real trailer. It's just something fun and cool to kind of speculate on that. So, yeah. So that's one of the big things for video plans for 2022. More mock trailers. Then unboxing videos. One of my favorite videos I like doing is the unbox videos. Like when I get something cool and unbox it for you guys on the stream. That's always cool and fun to do, and I'm planning on doing some more of those in 2022. Other topics for discussion. So, like you guys know, that as you guys know, I do a lot of video game stuff, but I'm wanting to be open to talk more about other stuff. You know, movies, music, entertainment stuff, something headline news, all that. One thing I'm not going to get into is politics. I've never been a huge fan for politics, and I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole, so no politics on the channel. None. If you bring up politics, then I'm just going to tell you I'm not going to talk about politics. And as the person who's doing this channel, or whatever your channel you're watching on, I ask you don't bring up politics. For two reasons. One, I'm not into politics, and two, I work at a news station, so politics are kind of it's a daily thing, you know, and it gets old really, really fast. So, just the two big things why I don't want to talk about politics on the channel. But movies, video games, music, yeah. Or other interesting topics of discussion, you know, sports. Always willing to open on that. So, yeah, I'm willing to talk about those. And then the last big thing, which goes along with this, continue to have fun. So, yeah, I enjoy doing this. This is really fun for me. I really enjoy being in front of the camera and talking about stuff, talking to you guys. I know I'm not the best talker in the world. I don't get the most views in the world, but you know what? That doesn't hamper me from doing this. So, this doesn't hamper me at all. I'm glad to be doing something like this. It's a good, fun little hobby. And I enjoy doing it, and I look forward to doing more of it. And then that also ties into number 5 on my list, enjoying life to the fullest. So, a lot of good things happened in 2021. I have become an uncle for the first time ever, and I like being an uncle. So I want to take, enjoy time, being there for the nephew, and enjoying all the fun stuff. Get to be an uncle, have fun. Also, I like helping out the family when I can. So I'd like to be able to try to do that too. So, and lots of other things I'm going to try to consider for 2022. Like, I want to try to find some work at this where I work now, kind of work up to a different position. So kind of work from there, because what I got going right now, it's a little tiresome. If you guys notice my eyes, I got little bags under there. That's because I work a really strenuous schedule. I work that kind of schedule. I get up at like 2:30 a.m. Monday through Friday just to go to work for 3 hours of morning show and a half-hour noon show. And there's a break in between. It's not a long break, but at least it's a break. So, just kind of starting to think about the future, and also, I'm getting close to the age of 30, so I'm not getting younger, people. I'm not getting any younger. So yeah, one more time before I get out of here. Again, my top 5 things looking forward to in 2022: Jurassic World Dominion, Fall Guys on Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Switch games, more content to stream, and enjoying life to the fullest. There is one other item that I forgot to put on there, and I should have thought about putting on there, and this will be my number 6, but it's One Piece Film Red. So if you guys know, I'm a big One Piece fan. I love everything about One Piece. Everything about the anime is fantastic. It's pretty much the only anime that I'll watch. I mean, I'll experiment here and there. I also like My Hero Academia. That's a good number 2 for me. But number 1 is One Piece, and that's going in my heart. So, excuse me. So yeah, One Piece Film Red comes out in August, so about 2 months after Dominion. And Dominion, I thought, thinking before I went and saw Spider-Man a couple weeks ago, I thought Dominion would be worth going back into theaters. But I went and saw Spider-Man No Way Home with a couple of friends of mine from work. My goodness, so good. That is literally like the best Spider-Man ever. So, I'm not going to spoil it for those who have not seen it yet. I'm not going to spoil it, so lips sealed on that one. Lips sealed on that one. So, that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. This wasn't going to be a long video. Just kind of look back at 2021 and talk about what I'm excited about for 2022. So, quickly before I go, here's where you get 28 and YouTube Will York. You guys can also add me as a friend on the Nintendo Switch. And that text logo in the middle is where you can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. That logo is also where you can find me on Discord, and I'm also streaming on Nintendo Switch Fans of Pittsburgh and Joplin on Facebook. You guys are also more than welcome to add me on Xbox and PlayStation 4 with those IDs right there. So, let me see. Again, those are just my 2022 plans, so one last look at those. More mock trailers, going to do some unboxing videos, other topics for discussion and having fun. And I did say Xbox and PlayStation 4 video game news reactions. Okay, I forgot to touch up a little bit on the news part. So, let me pop back up on camera for a sec. Okay, what I mean by video game news is like, do a little highlight reel package of some of the headlines from the week of video games, and this could be working. It's one thing I've thought about doing, is like a little highlight reel of video stuff, like highlighting the news and all that. So, that's one thing I've thought about when I said the video game news, like a bulletin board. Like you see on the news, like this is the local news or something like that. And I thought about doing the same thing, but with video games or other interesting topics for the week. So I just wanted to touch up on that real quick. So I do have one big stream planned. I believe it is set for next Friday. If not, I will post the date on I posted a date on Twitter, but it could change depending on what's going on. So I have one big plan